to DisruptED TV show, Hope is Not a Tactic. And I'm your host, Lieutenant Joe Pangaro. You know, I've told you already that a lot of things that I do are threat assessments for schools and for business. We go around and try and see if they're safe and secure. We look at all their equipment. We look at their policies and procedures. What I keep hearing from schools all over the country is that a huge problem right now is vaping. Now, for you teachers and administrators out there, you probably understand what vaping is. Any of the kids that are watching, they for sure know what vaping is. But parents, you might not really be sure of what this is and what's going on. So we're going to do a little demonstration. I'm going to show you a couple of them, and we'll show you how they actually work. So the first one that we have here, this is a really large one. This is really big, all right? But you put the liquid in there, and you turn it on, heats it up, and then you inhale the smoke that comes out of it. It's not cigarette smoke, but a lot of it is supposed to be nicotine to help you cut down on your cigarette smoking, all right? Manufacturers now have gone to much smaller versions, okay? We're not going to mention the brand here, but this is kind of a common type of a thing for a vape pen, it's called. The chemical is inside, you push a button, it heats up, and you inhale the gas that comes out, the smoke. The whole idea is that you don't smoke cigarettes, and you cut down all the harmful effects of actually smoking, and you just get the nicotine through here, okay? So the problem with this, though, is that kids are doing it. Young kids are starting on this because they think it's cool. They're out there using the vape pens, they're getting involved with all different things, and the problem that you have is that they're also putting marijuana in here that doesn't smell like marijuana. It's in a liquid form, and now there's information out there that they're using heroin in here and possibly fentanyl, which we know fentanyl is a deadly killer. So I would like to introduce Kim Lozada. Kim's going to go in and she knows a little bit about this. Kim, could you demonstrate how this is actually used for people that don't know?
There's no button on there. It's really just a pull and release.
And that's it?
That's it.
So you pull it, it heats it up internally, creates the smoke, you inhale it, and that's it?
Correct.
So you could open that up, put in different flavors or whatever it is that you use? And how does that open?
Pops right off.
And that's the part that you buy at the store?
That's the chamber, yes.
Okay, so you can put in different things, and that's where the kids put the drugs in there, and then they use it the exact same way. Kim, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
All right, so now you kind of get an idea. If you find one of them in your kid's pocket, in a backpack, in a dresser drawer, in a bedroom or something, you might have to ask some questions. Are they just using the vape because they're trying to be cool like their friends and they're using the nicotine vape, or are they using drugs? Now it's interesting. The problem with vapes have come up in that I've seen lots of schools pin the bathroom doors open because they can't stop the vaping problem. So you go past the bathroom and you can look in the stall and you can see the kids are actually sitting on the toilets and you can see their underwear and stuff down by their ankles. And I ask, why do you do that? And they say, we can't stop the vaping, so we keep the door open so the kids don't do it. That's a problem. We see other ones where they cut down on the amount of time and kids who are allowed to go to the bathroom. My own son's high school. They're only allowing 3 or 4 kids at a time, and they have to sit in the hallway for 20, 30 minutes of class time before he gets to use the bathroom. So he's wasting classroom time. So is there anything out there that can help us, can help schools that you can talk to your school about? Luckily, I found one. The IP Video Corporation of New York. They have created a device called the Halo. The Halo, it looks a lot like a smoke detector. We're going to see it in a second. Looks like a smoke detector, and it's been said that it is the Swiss Army knife of sensors. And one of the things it can detect is vaping. So I'd like to bring in Mr. David Antar, owner of the company and inventor of the Halo. David, thank you for being here on DisruptED TV. Hope is not a tactic. And this could be an amazing thing for schools. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure, I'd love to. Halo is actually a game changer for determining vape. And it also does some pretty incredible things in being able to determine bullying and somebody actually yelling for help. So this is a first device that can actually go into an area that you normally couldn't put a camera. And we do a lot of cameras in schools, we're experts on that. But you can't put cameras in bathrooms, locker rooms, other places that you might want to put some sort of detector to be able to detect this. So your term of a Swiss Army knife was a perfect description of this. What this does is it has audio analytics to be able to analyze for things like aggression detection, somebody yelling for help in their phone.
So this machine can hear that?
Yeah. But it's not recording, it's just determining and acknowledging and notifying somebody that an audio sound was heard in there. It can also do glass break and gunshot. So as we put this throughout schools, this is actually a gunshot detection system that can be put throughout a school and give instant alerts to both police departments as well as the administrative staff at a school. So on the audio side, we're doing a whole bunch of analytics, being able to analyze, looking for potential issues. And the other beauty of this, it has the ability to be able to learn over time. So what's very cool is this has a computer inside here that actually is able to measure sound levels over time. Best example I can give of that is if you were in a school, we put this in a hallway or in a stairway. Between 9:50 and 10 o'clock when the kids are moving between classes, it's going to be pretty noisy there.
Very noisy.
So it starts to learn over that time that that's normal between 9:50 and 10 o'clock. But if at 10:15 somebody was yelling for help but there was a loud noise in that hallway, that's not normal. And that's why it will send an alert to somebody saying something abnormal just happened. It was an audio alert at that point.
Now that's, you said that a couple times. It will send an alert.
Yes.
This device sends a message to somebody.
Absolutely. So the difference between this and some other home smoke detectors or things like this is networked directly into the school's network. It's a PoE or Power over Ethernet device powered by the school's network that can actually send alerts to the video management system. It can also send alerts to a cell phone. So if it had an audio alert, they can do it that way. On the side of vape detection, it can detect vape, unlike a smoke detector, which doesn't detect vape because it vaporizes into the air. There's nothing for it to be able to detect. This can actually detect the chemicals and the particles in the air that come from vape, as well as advanced smoke detection. And as if that wasn't enough, we decided to put a lot of other features in this, and that's what makes it the Swiss Army knife.
Yes, so.
We were able to put things in there like carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. If there were fumes coming in from a boiler that had a leak in it, and there were natural gas fumes being able to come from that, which could be deadly, it can detect carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. So we're able to manage and track and send alerts for all of those. So it's carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, chemicals like ammonia. So a lot of buildings are supposed to be green these days. You're not supposed to be putting chemicals into some of the cleaning supplies, but those chemicals work pretty well, so they like to use them still. This can send an alert if chemicals are being used in that building. In addition to that, it measures volatile compounds in the air. Anything that robs oxygen from the air or adds oxygen into the air. Very, very powerful. Then on top of that, it does temperature, humidity, so we can detect if mold's starting to get created in an environment because humidity levels are higher.
And that's been huge with schools this past summer with mold everywhere.
Absolutely, it's becoming a major, major problem with schools. So, and then we also are putting into this a motion detection system that can tell when something's occupied. So now, pretty interestingly, if we had this in a bathroom and we get an alert that was a noise alert, but we know there's nobody in there, then we can ignore that. It may be a lightning strike or something like that that's causing that alert. So by able to analyze things over time and have all these sensors working together is what makes this so unique of a product. There's nothing like this on the planet. And on top of that, we added Bluetooth and Wi-Fi to this. The advantage of that is we can have remote sensors, a water sensor as an example. If there's a water leak in that bathroom or some other place, can report back to this and send that alert. Or if you gave panic buttons to the teachers, it will know their exact location based on where these devices are. So you can put this into classrooms, hallways, stairways, applications go on and on for it.
It's endless. And it's a small device.
Yep.
And it looks like you just cut a hole in the ceiling and put it up.
Exactly, 5¼ inch hole, you put it in. This little part's the only part that shows there. We can turn the LED light on or off based on different events, or leave it on to just notify people that it's working. And that's basically the whole system.
Basically, that's it. It does everything you could ever imagine, and it does it really well. I like the fact that this will send you a message. It'll send security a message, or the principal of the building, or anybody you want. It'll tell them there's vaping going on. It'll tell them where it's happening.
Absolutely correct. And one other thing I'm going to share with you. There was a trade show recently in Las Vegas, a large security show called GSX, probably the second largest show in the United States for security. And we entered this into a contest for the best new product of the year. And this year we won the IoT, Internet of Things Product of the Year for this. So we're really excited. This is really going to change the world.
It's going to change the world. And I think you have a trophy over here, right?
This is actually our award.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, very proud of it, and really excited that this is going to make a big difference in the schools.
Well, congratulations, David, to you and your company. And hey, anybody out there that's thinking about this, you can reach out to me, or how can they get in touch with you, David?
So they can reach me at IP Video Corporation. It's David at IP Video Corporation, or just find us on the web, www.ipvideocorp.com.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is amazing. Technology is crazy, right? And this is a major problem in schools. Now, I'm looking all around. As a school security director, I was always wondering, how can I find something to help me? If this is what you're concerned about, you think you're concerned about for your kids, call your school. Tell them to reach out. Let me know, or reach out to Mr. Antar and find out more about this amazing device. So I want to tell you about that, and now I did. So thanks for joining us here on Hope is Not a Tactic on the DisruptED TV network.